Hello there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training website, passmyinterview.com, and in this training video, I will teach you how to pass a phone interview. If you are applying for any job role with any company and you have to undertake a phone interview, make sure you stay tuned because the tips, questions and sample answers I am about to give you will help you pass at the first attempt. And to achieve that goal, I will cover the following 4 things in this video. Number 1. So I will quickly explain what the purpose of a phone interview is. If you understand what a phone interview is used for, it empowers you to pass at the first attempt. Number 2. I will then quickly give you 5 very important tips to help you prepare for your phone interview. Number 3. I will then give you brilliant example top scoring answers to difficult but common phone interview questions. And then finally, number 4, I will tell you where you can download these slides plus my brilliant answers to the 17 most asked phone interview questions. And just very quickly, if you are new to my YouTube channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Thousands of you are passing your job interviews at the first attempt. I can only help you if you are subscribed. And please hit the like button because that tells me you find these training videos useful and that motivates me to create more great content for you. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, let's get started and I will explain what the purpose of a phone interview is. A phone interview is designed to shortlist those candidates who match the job description and have the skills and passion to make a positive difference to the company. Now, phone interviews will save the hiring manager considerable amounts of time because they don't have to meet lots of candidates in person. And that is why it is harder to pass a phone interview because you don't get to see the hiring manager. And that is why it is important to be positive throughout your phone interview and prepare top scoring answers. So let me now give you 5 very important tips for passing your phone interview. Please make sure you write these down. Phone interview tip number 1. Consider carefully the location where you will undertake the phone interview. Make sure it is quiet and free from background noise and distractions. Also, make sure you charge your phone and ensure there is a good Wi-Fi or internet connection. If the Wi-Fi signal is poor and the call keeps cutting out, the hiring manager will think you are disorganized. Phone interview tip number 2. This is a brilliant tip for passing phone interviews. Print off your answers to the interview questions and then refer to them during the phone interview. Remember, the hiring manager cannot see you or your prepared answers. And don't forget, very soon I am going to give you top scoring example answers to the most asked phone interview questions. Phone interview tip number 3. This is another essential tip. Make sure you research the company before your phone interview. The more you know about the company you are applying to work for, the higher your chances of success will be. But how do you research a company before a phone interview? Let me tell you. Well, first of all, make sure you visit their website About Us page. Find out what they actually do and the products or services they sell. And learn their values and company mission. That is really important. And also follow the company on social media so you are aware of their latest news stories. So those are the 3 ways you should quickly research the company before your phone interview. Phone interview tip number 4. This is another important tip. Smile while talking and be positive. Did you know when you smile while talking, your voice automatically sounds more positive and friendly? Don't forget, the hiring manager cannot see you, so it is important to smile because that will empower you to come across as someone who is positive and friendly. And phone interview tip number 5, before we start working through those brilliant answers to the most asked phone interview questions, is prepare 2 smart questions to ask at the end of your phone interview. So at the end of your phone interview, the hiring manager will say to you, "Do you have any questions for me?" It is important to ask several questions, but which questions should you ask? Here's 2 brilliant questions to write down and ask at the end of your phone interview. Can you tell me more about the team I would be a part of in this position? And the second question is, what's the best thing about working for this company? That second question is really smart because it then allows the hiring manager to talk about something positive and something they value, which is their company. So those are 2 really good questions to ask at the end of your phone interview. So let's now start working through the most asked phone interview questions and brilliant sample answers. Once we have worked through these, I will then tell you where you can download them. So phone interview question number 1 is, please tell me about yourself. Now there are 4 things I recommend you talk about in your answer. These are your skills, any experience you can bring to the company and your education background, achievements, and then the type of person you are. So this structure, when answering the question, tell me about yourself, stands for SEAT, S-E-A-T. So you start your answer and you talk about the skills and qualities you have that match the job description. You then move on and briefly mention any experience you have and also briefly discuss your education background and your qualifications. Then talk about any achievements you have gained in your life so far. This will show you to be a high achiever, and your achievements can come from either a previous work role or your academic background or your personal life. And then finally, finish off your answer by telling the hiring manager the type of person you are and how you are going to add value in the role to their team. And you can remember this structure, S-E-A-T, seat, because you will be sitting down on a seat when undertaking your phone interview. That is a brilliant way to answer that first phone interview question, tell me about yourself. So let me now give you a brilliant example answer that uses the seat structure. Here we go. I am grateful for the opportunity to apply for this position. I am a hard-working, loyal, ambitious, collaborative team worker who takes the lead during challenges. My educational qualifications and experience are an excellent match for the job description. I have experience working as a team, completing time-sensitive projects and delivering outstanding customer service. I am a high achiever. For example, in my previous position, I was praised by my manager for being flexible in my job description, how I took care of company supplies and resources to help save money, and how I helped train new team members. I will act as a positive role model for your company, take ownership of my professional development, and embrace change to ensure the business becomes a market leader. And I look forward to sharing additional details in the interview regarding my suitability for this position. So you can see that is a powerful and positive answer to that first phone interview question, tell me about yourself, that uses the seat structure. Let's now move on to the second phone interview question, and that is, why are you interested in this position? Here is a brilliant answer that is perfect for phone interviews. Why are you interested in this position? Here we go. I am interested in this position for several reasons. The first reason is, having researched your company, I'm confident I can build a long-term career here while collaborating alongside other like-minded professionals who want to do great things in their work. We spend a lot of time at work, and I would like that time to be spent producing work that makes a difference. I also want this job because this is an industry I am passionate about. My educational background and experience align perfectly with the job description, and your workplace culture and company values mean I will be supported and my ideas valued and trialed. So that is another great answer. Don't forget, you can print off your answers and have them in front of you to refer to when answering the phone interview questions. Here is the next question for phone interviews that I strongly recommend you prepare for. Why are you leaving your current job? Do not speak negatively about your employer, co-workers, or boss. If you do, there is a strong possibility you will not get hired. So how should you answer this difficult phone interview question? Let me give you my example response. Why are you leaving your current job? I am leaving my current job because I have reached my full potential and I desire a fresh challenge. I am ready to push myself further and work for a forward-thinking organisation like yours, where my skills, knowledge and experience will be fully utilised. I have enjoyed working for my employer and we have achieved many great things while I have been there. However, I am now ready to take on the next chapter of my career, which I hope will be for your company in this role. So you can see how positive that answer is. You are not being negative about your current or previous employer. In fact, you are being respectful. So it's a really good top scoring example answer. Here is the next phone interview question, and that is, what are your greatest strengths? Now, there are 4 strengths all hiring managers are looking for. Here they are. Strength number 1 is taking the lead during difficult situations. This means that you will always step up during challenging problems or situations to achieve a positive outcome for your team. The second greatest strength that all hiring managers look for is responsiveness. This means that you act quickly to complete tasks and projects. Strength number 3 is problem-solving capabilities. This means that you will find ways to overcome difficult problems as opposed to leaving them for other people to deal with. And the 4th strength is collaborative working, which is essentially working as part of a team. This means that you work closely with your team and other company departments to achieve the organization's mission. So those are the 4 best strengths for phone interviews. Here is my brilliant answer that puts all of that together. What are your greatest strengths? My greatest strengths are an excellent match for the job description and person specification. I take the lead when problems occur instead of leaving them for others to deal with. I am responsive. If you give me a task to complete, it will be done on time and to a good standard. I am a creative problem solver who analyzes information and facts to achieve the best outcome for the team. And finally, my strong collaboration skills are a testament to my commitment to the team's success. I quickly fit into a team, act selflessly, and work hard to help my employer achieve their commercial and financial goals. That's a great answer. I love that response. It's very positive. Now, the next phone interview question is, what are your weaknesses? Please be very careful how you answer this question. I don't recommend you say, I don't have any weaknesses, and I don't recommend you say, my biggest weakness is being a perfectionist. But how should you answer this question? Well, I recommend you choose your answer from one of these 5 weaknesses. Weakness number 1 is public speaking. This means you have little experience in giving talks to teams or presentations. Weakness number 2 is impatience. This is actually my biggest weakness. I am a very impatient person. This means that you don't like waiting for people to complete their work when it holds up your own progress. Weakness number 3 is saying yes to people. Lots of people have this weakness. It means that you find it difficult to say no to people, which means you sometimes overcommit and take on too many responsibilities. Weakness number 4 is difficulty asking for help. This means you take pride in your work and you don't like asking people for help. And this sometimes means it slows down the completion of projects. And finally, weakness number 5 is letting go of projects. You spend too long checking over projects to ensure they are completed correctly. So those, in my opinion, are the 5 best weaknesses for phone interviews. Let me now give you my brilliant sample answer to help you pass your phone interview. What are your weaknesses? My weaknesses are public speaking and difficulty expressing no to people. I don't yet have any experience giving talks, but if there are any opportunities in this role for me to give a presentation to my team during projects, I would like to try. I also struggle to say no to people, which sometimes means I take on too much work. I am aware of this weakness and I'm taking steps to be more mindful of assessing my capacity for additional work before committing. That's a great answer. It's a positive answer. You are demonstrating self-awareness and you are taking action to improve on your weaknesses. Really good response. Here is the next phone interview question I recommend you prepare for. How would you deal with a conflict with a coworker? Do not say you would ask your manager to help resolve the conflict. They want to hear you say that you would try and resolve the conflict yourself first to reach an amicable solution. Here's how to answer this common but difficult phone interview question. How would you deal with a conflict with a coworker? Conflict has the potential to hinder a team's progress. Therefore, I would take swift action to resolve it amicably. First, I would assess my words and actions to ensure I wasn't the cause. Second, I would meet privately with my coworker to ascertain their views and establish the conflict's cause. Finally, I would hold open and honest conversations with my coworker to find a way forward that benefited the team. After resolving the conflict, I would reflect and learn from the situation so it did not reoccur. You can see how that kind of answer is going to impress the hiring manager. You are demonstrating awareness at the beginning of how conflict can slow up a team. You are saying conflict has the potential to hinder a team's progress. You are then again demonstrating self-awareness because you are saying, I would assess my words and actions to make sure I wasn't the cause of the conflict. And then you are getting together with your coworker to find the cause of the conflict and reach an amicable solution. And then you are saying that you are reflecting and learning from the situation. It's a really good answer. Here is the next phone interview question, and that is, how do you handle stress and pressure? I recommend you say you have a plan already for dealing with stress and pressure in your work. Here is my brilliant example answer. How would you handle stress and pressure? I handle stress and pressure at work by remaining calm, prioritizing each task against the project or team's objective, blocking out distractions and focusing on the goal. When assessing my workload, I foresee problems and issues before planning accordingly. I also handle stress and pressure by accessing the skills and strengths of coworkers when I encounter challenging situations. I believe that stress is an emotion I can control, and I never allow it to hinder my work performance. That's a great positive answer. So we have now covered 7 of the 17 most asked phone interview questions. Let me tell you the other questions that come up all the time during phone interviews, and I will then tell you where you can download all of my brilliant example answers. What do you know about our company? That's why it is really important to research the company before your phone interview. The next question, can you describe your current or most recent job responsibilities? Question 10, describe a challenge you faced at work and how you dealt with it. Question 11, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? I recommend you answer that question by saying you still plan to be working for their organization, either in the role you are applying for or having earned a promotion. Question 12, why should we hire you? The hiring manager will ask all candidates that same question. Yours needs to stand out. Question 13, do you prefer to work independently or as part of a team? That is a really difficult question to answer, but again, very soon I will tell you how you can access my top scoring response. Question 14, can you provide an example of when you went above and beyond your job requirements? Question 15, what are your salary expectations? It's important to research the salary before your interview. I will tell you how to do that. When can you start? And then, do you have any questions? Now, the next thing to do to accelerate your learning even further is make sure you click that link right now in the top right-hand corner of the video. Head straight through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can instantly download my 17 brilliant answers to phone interview questions. You get all of the answers that I gave you in this video, plus an additional 10 brilliant responses to all of those common phone interview questions. It comes as a PDF guide, and that means you can literally have it in your inbox within 2 minutes from now. Make sure you check out that link. Also, and this is important, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am here to help you pass every job interview you ever attend and also negotiate the highest salary possible. I can only do those things if you are subscribed. Please hit the like button because that genuinely motivates me to create weekly content that will help you in your career. And don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn. I have put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video. It is always an honor and a pleasure to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting my channel. I wish you all the very best for passing your phone interview. Have a wonderful day.